you are frequency, you are signal. Right now, at this moment, you are broadcasting a signal, not through wires or antennas, but through your thoughts, your emotions, your presence. Now, I'm going to teach you something that will blow your mind to broadcast a high frequency and create an amazing life for you. 8 years ago, when I was going through my health, career, and relationship challenges, I was searching for solutions everywhere. And I was looking for all the solutions on how to improve my life. And more I explored, more I read that I need to raise my frequency. Being an electronics and communication engineer, I was lost because frequency to me was all about equations, about wavelength, and about hertz. I knew frequency as something which is measurable, something you could plot on a graph, something that either worked or didn't work in a circuit. If someone had told me that everything I learned about frequency in my microwave engineering classes would one day help me understand this deepest truth about human existence, I would have probably laughed it off. But then life happened to me, and I discovered frequency in a completely different way. Not as something external that I could measure with an oscilloscope, but as something internal, something I could feel, something I could connect to, something I was constantly flowing through me. And this understanding changed everything for me. And I believe it will change everything for you too. Logically, frequency is how fast something vibrates, how many times per second something oscillates. Higher frequency means more energy, and lower frequency means less energy. I learned during my engineering school that if you want to send a message, you need the right frequency. The right frequency connects you, the wrong frequency creates noise. And I remember when I was doing my projects, it was so important to make sure that everything was tuned, that signals were clean, transmission was clear, and the broadcasting and receiving of required signal is happening without any issues. But I never thought that this had anything to do with me, with my life, with how I felt when I woke up in the morning. Why do some days feel light and some days very heavy? Why do some people make you feel alive just by being near them? And why does a song sometimes move you into tears? Why does standing near the ocean feels like coming home? I started noticing patterns. When I felt good, life flowed. Opportunity appeared out of nowhere. People showed up. Things were worked out in ways I couldn't even have planned. But when I felt frustrated or low, everything felt hard. Everything felt stuck, like I was pushing against an invisible wall. And that's how I learned about emotional frequency. I learned how our emotions and feelings are frequency too. Not the kind I measured in a lab, but the kind I was living every single day. Nobody told me in engineering school, but life taught me this, that you are frequency, that you are signal. Right now, at this moment, you are broadcasting a signal, not through wires or antennas, but through your thoughts, your emotions, your presence. And just like in electronics, the signal you are broadcasting decide what you receive back. Your life is same. The frequency you are holding right now is deciding what you can receive, what you can see, what becomes possible for you. Think about tuning a radio. If you want to listen to your favorite station, you have to tune to that exact frequency. You can't be on 98.3 and expect to hear what's playing on 101.5. It doesn't work that way. In engineering, we had instruments to measure frequency, oscilloscopes, spectrum analyzers, tools that would tell us exactly what was happening in the system. You have one too. It's called your emotions. Your emotions are showing you in real time what frequency you are operating at. They are not random. They are not meaningless. They are feedback. They are data. When you feel joy, peace, love, excitement, you are broadcasting high frequency. Your signal is clear. You are tuned in. But when you feel fear, When you feel anger, shame, resentment, you are broadcasting low frequency signal. Your signal is distorted. You are out of tune. And believe me, this isn't about judging your feelings. This isn't about, blaming you for something that why you are feeling that way. This is about understanding them. Because once you understand what your emotions are telling you, you can do something about it. And as I always say, awareness is the first step towards healing. Here's what I want you to understand deeply. Every thought you think is generating a frequency. Some thoughts lift you up, some thoughts pulls you down. And the thoughts you think most often, they become your dominant frequency. This is why what you focus on matters so much. Not because of some mystical law, but because focus literally tunes your frequency. When I work with my client, either in one on one or private sessions or group programs, I have a choice. I can focus on their suffering, the unfairness of their situations, how depressed they look. If I do that, my frequency drops immediately. And I can't help them because such a low place. If my cup is not filled, how can I fill others' cup? So, what I see is this amazing human being sitting in front of me. I focus on their strengths, their healing, their power. Yes, right now there is some challenge. They are disconnected to their real self, but that doesn't mean they can't connect with them or heal this challenge. When I do that, my frequency stays high. And from that place, I can actually be present. I can coach them. I can help them. I can offer them something real. And then magic happens like this. Now, I'm going to teach you something that will blow your mind to broadcast a high frequency and create an amazing life for you. Okay? Because if you want to create this amazing life, it's very important for you to understand what dominant frequency you are broadcasting in a day. I want you to look at this emotional chart. This is emotional spiral from Abraham Hicks. And it's one of the most powerful maps I have ever come across because it shows you exactly where you are heading emotionally in any given time. Okay, in any given moment. Look at this chart. You will see two paths, one that move upwards and one that moves downwards. The ascending path is where you feel expansion, you feel high. The descending path is where you feel contracted, where you feel low. And you are always on one of these paths. Every thought, every feeling, every choice you make is either taking you up towards more love, more gratitude, more clarity, more peace, or down towards more heaviness, more confusion, more disconnection. See, this isn't about being positive all the time or bypassing your real emotions. This is about understanding that your emotional state is not random, it's a pattern. It's something your nervous system has learned to run, often without your own awareness. And if you have been living in high functioning burnout, chances are you have been living somewhere in the middle of this. Okay? And this middle part, it's functional, but not free. So you can see high frequency emotions at the top and low frequency emotions at the bottom. And you have choice. You always have a choice to live at any frequency. If you have been living in low frequency, you need to understand that this is just a pattern your nervous system learned to run when it didn't feel safe. When you were taught that love must be earned or love is conditional. When you were told that your worth had to be earned. When you learned that silencing yourself is keeping peace. But you are not that little girl or boy anymore. You are not that memory anymore. And you don't have to keep living in that low frequency just because it's familiar, just because it's comfortable. Okay? Because these frequencies becomes our comfort zone as well. But that memory is over. You are not a little girl or boy anymore. Let's say your partner said something to you and you are angry. You look at this emotional spiral and see that anger is on the descending path. You are contracting. You are thinking that I'm unworthy. No one loves me. I'm not seen or valued. All these beliefs will start popping up. Okay? And these all beliefs are limiting beliefs, which keeps you stuck. Now you have choice. You can stay in that frequency and let it become your day, your week, your month, your year, or your life. Or you can interrupt it at that moment. You pause. You take a few deep breaths. You shift your posture. You drink water slowly. I love that process. Drink water slowly because it grounds you. And you ask yourself, how would I support myself in this situation? What am I learning from this trigger? What does my inner self need right now? Is it trust? Is it support? Or is it love? You let yourself feel it. You accept and acknowledge yourself. And suddenly you are ascending. And let's say you shift your focus on something you are grateful about in that moment. Let's say you start thinking about something about your partner, why you are grateful about your partner. And let's say you're thinking about a memory where your partner made you feel seen or loved. Or when you realize that this heated moment was just a moment, not your reality or your relationship's reality, you're moving towards gratitude. You're moving towards calm. You're moving towards clarity, towards love. You're rising on frequency. Do you see how powerful this is? You are not waiting for life to change. You are changing your frequency and life response. The goal is not to feel emotions ever. You are human. You're going to feel frustrated sometimes. You're going to feel sad. You're going to have hard days. But the goal is to notice when you are descending and choose to interrupt the loop before it becomes your dominant frequency again so that you can broadcast good signal all the time and keep on attracting the good signal too. Let me be honest. If you are serious about living a good and peaceful life, if you care about being there for people you love, if you want to create anything meaningful, you cannot afford to stay in low frequency. Not because low frequency is bad, but because of the low frequency, you cannot see clearly. You can't think clearly. You can't love fully. The ego takes over and blocks everything. High frequency expands you. You see more, you understand more, you feel more connected. Your intuition flows, your creativity flows, your love flows, your leadership flows. You complete your projects effortlessly, okay? Because this completion flows in your life. This is why raising your frequency is not selfish. It's the most generous thing you can do. Follow me to know more on how you can raise your frequency in your career, relationship, and health, and share this information with everyone you love. Because if they raise your frequency, you can match your frequency together as well. And if you need support to raise your frequency quickly, you can work with me in different ways. Inner Mastery Lounge is my membership. Monthly healing sessions, nervous system tools, community support, deep root level healing courses for career, health, and relationship, and many more stuff. Or if you're looking for one on one support, join my Balance Mastery program. It's my private 3 months mentorship where we work on your entire blueprint and change what's not working for you anymore and elevate you in all areas of your life. And I also have different digital courses, free community. Wherever you feel aligned, I welcome you. Let's raise our frequency and live the life we want. And remember, raising your frequency is everyday task, just like brushing your teeth. It's not something you do once and forget about it. It's the practice of being alive, or choosing joy over fear, of choosing love over judgment, of choosing love over everything else. It's simple, but it's not always easy because life will test you. People will trigger you. Situation will challenge you. So step 1, awareness. Acknowledge your frequency. Step 2, choose high frequency. Decide that you don't want to live in this low frequency anymore. Step 3, practice gratitude to elevate your frequency. But every single time, remember, you have a choice. And that choice is your superpower. That choice is everything. Follow me for more content like this and share this video with your loved ones so that they can also raise their frequency too. Take care.